with us today, we have Miss Kristen Openshaw, who is with hospice and would like to discuss what she has going on. Welcome, Kristen, to the show. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you have going on.
Hi, Rodney. My name's Kristen Openshaw. I'm about 10, 11 years as a registered nurse, originally from Philadelphia, moved to Charlotte, North Carolina 10 years ago. And now currently I'm doing hospice and community care in the area.
Great. Go Eagles. I grew up outside of Philly myself, Pennsylvania farm boy for many years before moving to Florida. So,
that's awesome.
So most people know about hospice and what they do. What is it that you do for them specifically, or what is it that you want to relay or promote today?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the healthcare system has kind of changed within the past 10 years, obviously, and I do believe that most hospital systems are trying to encourage their loved ones passing away in the home. So we provide DME equipment, services, oxygen, medicine to the family members in the home, and we kind of give them the teaching, skills, knowledge, education to take care of their loved ones from the comfort of their own home. There's a lot of challenges that arise, whether it's denial, grieving, whatever it may be. But, we have a great team that comes in the home or open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If a family needs a visit or has any questions or needs information, a nurse will go straight to the home and help assist the family and loved one.
Yeah, so most people know hospice, and most of the stories you get, they're really impressed and amazed at the organization. But a lot of people don't understand how it works, like what makes them really candidates, and can they, what therapies can you still get while you're on it, and what's the time frame? How long do you expect to be on there? What's the criteria? Also, there's competing hospice, right? There's different organizations that they're all hospice, but they're maybe privately owned, or maybe they're set up a different way. Most markets have more than one hospice. So can you speak to that a little bit, just to kind of explain some of that?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I would say with the hospice and community care in North Carolina, there really aren't a lot of competitors that I know of. There are a handful, I would say 5 to 10 that I know of, and I don't think the hospice market is all that competitive right now. I could be wrong, but however, for in-home hospice care, I haven't seen a whole lot of competition. It's kind of like a conglomerate or monopoly, and it has 10 to 20,000 employees for each hospice system. And when it comes to criteria for hospice, it really depends on, the patient and the condition per se. They usually give sometimes, I would say within 1.5 to 2 years, a person could be on hospice. Some people are very terminally ill, and they'll come on a hospice care, and within a week they'll pass peacefully. Other times it's a longer process, and it might be 1.5 to 2 years. It just really depends on the patient's condition. So as nurses, we really like to educate the family members as to what the road ahead looks like.
Yes. Yeah. Hospice nurses are great at that. And I know in the area where I am, Jacksonville, Florida, I think there's 3 main ones. There might be more, but I don't know how competitive it is actually myself either. But I've worked a lot with them, and you mentioned how busy. I guess, does that mean that the organization you're with is extremely busy? There's just so much. There's not really competition, meaning, for patients, there's a lot of patients, right? Probably more than you can believe.
Correct. Maybe. Yeah. So I'm in the research triangle, the healthcare hub. There's 4 major hospital systems: Baptist, Wake Med. There's UNC Chapel Hill, Duke Healthcare System, as well as, why am I missing one right now? There's one other large medical system here. And then, yeah, so currently my company has over 200 patients, which is pretty large.
Mhm.
The territory kind of goes from central Raleigh to the surrounding suburbs and communities. But yeah, 200 patients for the area seems like a decent number. Yeah, large quantity of patients to care for.
Yeah. So what else? What else? I appreciate your time today on all this to educate some people. Is there anything else that you'd like to share or get out the word? Is there anywhere people could go for more information, or anything else you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I would say for family members struggling to take care of their loved one in the home, there's so many resources out there. And if you are struggling, just reach out to your primary care provider and, just kind of be real with them. Sit down and have a conversation. Say, listen, mom has Alzheimer's and I'm really struggling caring for her. What are some options to pursue? Whether it's a skilled nursing facility or whether it's a daycare down the street or senior center community or hospice care in the home. There's all sorts of resources, and I think a lot of people that in the general public who don't have a lot of healthcare background don't really know the resources that are out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, thank you, Miss Kristen, for joining us today. If you want more information, go to dailynewsnetwork.com for more information. There'll be information on there about Kristen and what she's doing. And thank you again for your time. And this wraps up another edition of
Absolutely.
RN Champion. Thank you.